Hello, everybody, and welcome to CCW, Canadian Championship Wrestling. This is being put up as a test as we try to figure out some technical difficulties that we faced last night and last event's live stream here. And I'm grateful to finally have figured it out. I guess a setting must have muted our mics, and we found out after the live stream had came down, unfortunately. We were providing commentary last night, trying to make things hyped up and trying to hype up next week's events, trying to hype up the upcoming main event at our episode 10. And unfortunately, we found out once the live stream went down that no one was able to hear us. Big El Paso and I were talking throughout all last night's event. We do apologize for that technical difficulty, but we would like to put up this video to let you know that that was a mistake, an accident, and moving forward, we look forward to continuing our commentary like we always do. We hope you enjoyed last night's event regardless. We'd like to give a shout out to our new world champion, Captain Canuck, who won the first ever underground match against Little Debbie. I was hopeful that Little Debbie might be able to submit and overcome Captain Canuck there, especially knowing that he's tapped out people before with those leg stockings of his. But I guess he couldn't quite get the hold or the moves in to keep Captain Canuck down last night, and Captain Canuck did leave Saskatoon, Saskatchewan last night as our new CCW World Champion. Also like to give a shout out to Lord Smoke for his victory in the ring against Green Machine. That was also one of our newcomers making his appearance again. They debuted last week, and Lord Smoke did pull off a victory in that 5-person ladder match, but couldn't quite keep Hot Carl, our current PlayStation Network champion, in a dumpster and close the lid to win the match. But he did leave us with a good first impression last week and a great impression left on the audience last night, as his headbutt was a devastating blow that ended the match with Green Machine. Also like to let everyone know that next week's event with the Smashing Fist will be one of the last times we see that arena for a little bit, as well as no PlayStation Network Championship will be held next week, or on our 9th episode for the World Championship, because we actually have a big main event coming up on episode 10, which we were trying to hype up and let you all know. We don't know how long we're going to do Canadian Championship Wrestling for, but right now it seems to be all gas, no breaks, and we're looking forward to celebrating these milestones every 10 episodes, every 10 weeks, with a big main event, a new, different style of an arena with a big match card. And the reason why episode 8 and 9 for the next 2 weeks we won't have championship matchups is because we're going to try to see who's going to qualify for the big event. So right now we have Hot Carl going in to our big first event of episode 10 coming up with Rage in the Cage, as our PlayStation Network champion will be Hot Carl. And I guess now, instead of Little Debbie entering in our big first event, it'll be Captain Canuck being our world champion, defending his belt in a Hell in a Cell match. So next week we will have some one-on-one matchups and some Extreme Rules matchups. So if you lose, you're eliminated. But if you win, you will be entered in to a fatal four-way escape-only cage match at Rage in the Cage, where our 4 victors from next week will enter into that cage and will and try to escape. And once that one person escapes, they will be the number one contender and the one to face Hot Carl at Rage in the Cage in a one-on-one matchup for a pinfall submission for that championship. And then episode 9, we're going to have an 8-person tournament. And we haven't held one for a little bit now. We did a bunch at the beginning of the season, but we're going to have an 8-person tournament in episode 9 to determine who will face our new CCW World Champion, Captain Canuck, in a Hell in a Cell match. So lots to look forward to. Again, this isn't a match card. This video is just simply going up a few hours after our live stream has gotten down, and we had to try to settle this technical difficulty of the mics not working. We do apologize. We also had some errors with the cameraman last night in our 5-man submission match. For whatever reason, Y01 left that match. He was eliminated, and as he was making his way out of the ring, the camera just kept following him. And eventually the cameraman, I don't know if they were on drugs or something or drunk or whatever, the camera just kept going off into the corner. So I actually had to take over the controls of the camera last night in that 5-man submission match. And I just want to let you know, again, apologies if my cameraman capabilities were subpar there. It's something I wasn't quite used to, but we are learning. This is a live stream that we hope that you all enjoy and that you stay with us through these little speed bumps here and there. We're going to start to maybe keep track a little closer of these settings because unfortunately I don't know how it happened, but the mic setting must have been muted last night and none of our commentary was heard. So just know that that was a technical difficulty, one that we hope to overcome, and we look forward to our big event at Rage in the Cage and seeing both championships being on the line. And for the next couple of weeks, we're going to find out who wrestles our champions at Rage in the Cage. And the next two events to just admire the Canadian Championship Arena as best you can, because our show will have traveled from one end of Canada to the other. And after Rage in a Cage, we will be moving to our next big tour, which will be our USA tour, where Canadian Championship Wrestling is going to hit the road and hit some destinations in the States with some all-new arenas and all-new wrestlers, hopefully to invite into the roster. So we hope you look forward to our next event coming up next Sunday. And again, accept our apologies for any technical difficulties we had last night with our cameraman and our mics. But know that we have hopefully solved the problem, and it won't be a problem moving forward. And this is just a CCW message to everybody to let you know that last night was a fluke. And we will be commenting on the matches, and we're sorry that you didn't get to hear that commentary or our hype for our next new events for Rage in the Cage coming up on episode 10, celebrating that milestone. And on behalf of Canadian Championship Wrestling, myself, Angel King 47,000, the Icon Trevor G, thanks you all for tuning in. Thank you all for your support. And we look forward to seeing you next Sunday with the mics turned on. And as we get ready to see who faces Hot Carl at Rage in a Cage next week. Can't wait to see you there. Take care, guys, and have a wonderful week.